Okay guys, so we've now we've knitted the additional rows to this front segment to make it as long as in the back. Your last row will have been a wrong side row, and now we're going to be joining the two pieces together. So just for the ease of filming the video and so that you don't have to watch me just knit straight, stockinette, or garter stitch rather, I've already knit back across, and I'm now going to join the back to the front. Now, just a little note, we've just knit across on the right hand side. However, when we finished the back portion, we finished it on a right side row, which means that, sorry, we finished it on the wrong side row, which means that looking at it from here, we can see that the last row was a knit row, and because we want to carry on in the garter stitch pattern, we will now have to start this round, because the round is joined under the left armpit. So the first round now will be a purl round. So we can see we've just knitted to the end of here, and now we're going to do a purl round all the way around and just join it. So the way we just join it, I've already put a needle into the live stitches from there. We just you'll have to knit across the front. I've done this already, and then instead of turning back round and knitting the other way, we're just going to purl straight across the back segment. Can you see? And that's literally it. You've just now joined the front to the back. And we'll now be continuing, because garter stitch in the round, obviously we can't knit every single row, so it's an alternate round of knits and purls, and we'll start with a purl round. So I'm now purling across the back segment, and I purl in a funny way. I think it took me forever to figure out why I purl this way. It's because I was taught by my aunties in Romania, and apparently this is how you purl in Eastern Europe, which means, I mean, it's quite quick, but it means that the stitches, can you see, they sit differently. Instead of having the right leg forward, they've got the left part forward, which just means that for some decreases or special stitch patterns, I need to rearrange them on my needles. But again, as with curling the yarn around my left forefinger, I just can't do it any other way. I can, but I don't like it. I find this is much quicker and kind of more intuitive for me. I'm knitting really clumsily because of two reasons, because I'm kind of squatting on a chair to get the camera angle just right, and also because I'm looking through the screen. So I do tend to knit a little bit more fluidly than this under normal circumstances. Right, we're almost there. This is why I did the front segment before, so that you don't have to watch me blabbering away and knitting. One day I promise to make some really professional videos where I don't have the kids in the background in the paddling pool, and where I can set it all up nicely and edit it nicely and not be blabbering about any old thing in the background. Right, we're nearly there. I mean, this is pretty straightforward. This is I just had a couple of people who are knitting their very first jumper, which is a massive honour for me that you're knitting it from my pattern. So I just thought I'd show you how I do it. And then it's all there. And then I think the next video that I'll film, because from now on, once we've joined it, you're just going to be knitting it all the way down to the waistband, then doing your ribbing and casting off. I've been using the tubular cast off because I just love how that looks. But you're fine to just cast it off normally as you wish. So I guess the next one I'll do is just maybe the neckband, or if you have any requests, just let me know. If there's any part of the construction that you find particularly difficult, then I'll film a video for that for you. If not, then just I hope you enjoy knitting the jumper, and I can't wait to see your finished results, and I can't wait to see the finished results of this one. This is actually the first light version I'm knitting. I'm excited to see if it's going to turn out as I'd imagined. Okay, so now we finished the back segment and we do exactly the same thing. We just, instead of turning it around, we just continue knitting across the front. Sorry, not knitting, we're going to be purling across the front because we've not finished that round yet. And then I'll be placing a stitch marker under the left armpit where I joined the two, and that will mark the beginning of my round. So once I get to that left armpit again, what I'm going to be doing is knitting around and then purling around, knitting around, purling around until we get to the ribbing. Right, I'm not going to bore you with that any further. I think that's pretty self-explanatory from here now. So yeah, once I get to here, which is the left armpit, I'm going to place a marker here actually. I'll take this one that I've got here. Let's just do that now. Mark the beginning of my round, and that's it. Thank you for watching, and I hope it's been helpful.